Welcome back, family. This is your boy AD. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means today I got a hot one for you. How can sales and marketing work together to generate leads? Again, how can sales and marketing work together to generate leads? I want to tell you something, family. What's so interesting about this particular title is this has actually happened to me. You're like, what are you talking about? How did this happen to you? Well, let me tell you how this has happened to me. So I went to one of the places. I'm trying to get on this whole plant-based, this vegan type road. Well, I am a vegetarian, but um, I sometimes, I have some chicken in me, once a year or something like that. But more or less, I'm really strictly, on my diet not my diet, excuse me, my lifestyle change of eating of, fish or basically seafood and no eating no chicken, no beef or anything like that. I know it's a contradiction to what I just said, meaning I may eat chicken maybe once a year. It depends, but most of the time I'm really strict on this. And so I got this coupon in the mail, right? And I was super excited because it's a place that serves, that caters to plant-based and vegan type, those type of options. Wait, real quick check. Plant-based and never mind. I'm not even going to go down that. We'll talk about that a different day. But anyway, so it caters towards plant-based and vegan type food options. So I was super excited. They sent this coupon, say, hey, come in and you'll get, I think it was, I don't know, $5 or $10 off or a free appetizer or something like that. So I was like, yes, let's go eat some pizza. Get in the car, super excited again, pull up to the place and the location and walk in. And I don't really see a lot of waiters or waitresses. So I'm like, hmm, I wonder if this is not a good time, or did I choose the wrong day, or maybe they're just not normally busy around this time. So again, they didn't probably just keep the staff on site. So I said, cool. So sat down, super excited to order my pizza, and I mean just chow down. And even though I'm eating somewhat bad, but not as bad as if I would have just ordered a regular pizza. So again, I'm excited about eating my plant-based pizza, and I said, might as well try some other plant-based or vegan type options while I'm actually here. So I asked him. I said, I asked the waiter. I said, hey, can I speak with? Because it was a young lady that was helping me last time when I was here. So I asked for that same waiter. I said, that waitress? And I said, can I get this? She was like, oh, well, and she just broke out in this whole Joker smile. If you would have seen it, you would have you may have just wanted to laugh with me. But I was so caught off guard because I was just like, what was the Joker smile about? And laughing at the same time. It was kind of I was a little nervous. I was like, well, maybe we not at the right place. But anyway, I digress. So, um, she goes and goes and gets the drinks and and everything, comes back and was like, hey, do you know what you want? I said, well, yeah, could you tell me which ones are the plant-based and vegan options, because that's what the direction I am going for 2023. So I'm trying to do better in that area. So she's like, well, just tell me what you want and we can make it vegan or plant-based. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, I want this mushroom soup. She said, oh, well, we can't do that because it's already pre-made. I'm like, okay, no problem, no worries. I was like, well, can I get these, I don't know what it was. It was some pretzel with the cheese. And she's like, well, we could do the pretzel, but we can't do the cheese. I was like, okay, well, what about, the sandwich over here, the hoagie and or whatever? She was like, well, we can't do that either. And so finally I just stopped. I said, ma'am, and I said, I mean this respectfully. What can you do? I already know you can do the pizza, but what else as far as appetizers that you can do? And she was like, well, we can do this and do that. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make it very simple. Just bring me the pizza and I'll be fine with that. Just make it a plant-based type pizza with the crust and the cheese and everything like that. And that'll be good. And so he's like, hey, do you want thin crust or thick? And I'm like, I'll do the thin. That's fine. So that was one of the two pizzas, because there were two pizzas. There was the thick crust, and then my wife ordered the thin crust. So she came back, and I apologize. I asked for thick crust. So she comes back after she takes our order and everything. Now keep in mind as she's taking my order, she's not writing anything down. Now I've been in restaurants and places like that when I've watched waiters and waitresses do that before, and I thought it was amazing. That would not be me. Let me tell you why that won't be me, because I don't want to forget anything, and I want to make sure that the customer understands that I fully understand what they wanted and being able to take it. Now some people are really great with that, so I'm not gonna knock the service industry for that, because I've walked across waiters where I told them I don't want this, or this, and this is what I want, and they came back and delivered on exactly what I asked. But this one was different. So anyway, she comes, she takes her order, leaves, comes back, and delivers the pizza. Now on the pizza, it was everything that I didn't want. We didn't want. I wanted thick crust. My wife wanted thin crust. She didn't get the thin crust. Okay, no problem. I wanted with I also ordered an appetizer, and she wanted something. We wanted, I guess, the mustard or whatever, and she brought the cheese. And then as we're going back and forth with her, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I forgot this, I forgot that, or whatever." A guy in the next table to us taps her and say, "Hey, ma'am, my daughter has been sitting here waiting for the sundae and brownie that she ordered 15 minutes ago." And she said, "I'm not rushing you guys if it's a process. I just want to know." She said, "Oh, I forgot that you ordered that." And see, family, I'm sharing all of that because I truly believe that marketing can get a customer in the door. Sales can get a customer in the door, but the service aspect of things won't keep them there. And if you don't have good service, this is my first point, family. I'm already talking and teaching. If you're listening, if you don't have excellent service, no, 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 not excellent, family. If you don't have exceptional service, then what am I doing here? I can cook my own pizza at home. I do know how to cook, right? Or I could at least go get a frozen one and pop it in there. But I'm here for the experience. And I think a lot of times in the service industry, because I'm in the service industry as I'm serving you now. And if it's something that you like, "Hey, ED, I would love to see this video, or I would really love to see that." I want to bring that to you because this is what you're ordering. And so what I'm saying is, family, is a lot of times in not just in the service industry, just period. So I don't want to just pick on the food service industry, because there's other industries that I even work in that doesn't think about the customer or the service first. It's all about the customer. I mean, now I'm not gonna add to the adage of the customer is always right, because they're not. But I will say a paying customer or a customer in general deserves exceptional service, the same service that you would expect in return. And that's what I did get. That's what my wife didn't get. We didn't get that collectively. And all it took was her to write down a simple note. All it took was for her to say, "Hey, you know what? Let me tell you the plant-based options slash vegan options that we have," versus me picking out things. See, that's horrible. That's bad service, family, because you get me all excited and then you're like, "No. All right, I'm gonna try this. No. All right, I'm gonna try this one. No." It's like, man, then what do you want me to eat at that point? Then you start getting into my people. I love you. We get in our stance like, wait, then what? So family, that's why I say it's important. Being able to have exceptional service once the customer arrives, creating a customer experience. That's point number two. Why wouldn't you want to create a customer experience? Especially in these days and times, it's like you would want to create the most valuable customer experience, because guess what? When that customer thinks about, "Hey, where am I going to go out if, hey, I worked hard this week and I want to, go out and treat myself," where do you think most of the time you think they're going to go? Probably to your restaurant, because again, it's not. Yes, the food has a part to do with it. I will say that, because the food does have a part, but the service, having exceptional service, is always amazing, family. And that's the reason why I take that same mindset into project management, and I always want to create an exceptional service. So I do what the others are unwilling to do. I do what people say, "Well, I don't have the time." I do it. I make the time, because the reason why I make the time, family, is because I want to be able to say that I did everything possible that I could do in order to ensure that that my customer, being being a project manager, my stakeholders, want to work with me on future projects. And that's how it is with sales and marketing. The sales and marketing gets the customer in the door, gets your customer in your funnel. But if you don't have exceptional service, if you don't create a customer experience, and here comes my third one, family, and if you don't have value, I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way. I'll tell you who's really good at creating value. Russell Brunson, co-owner with Todd, as far as ClickFunnels, knows how to create value. There's nothing like having value created. I mean, you know what value created looks like, where you show up and they say, well, normally, where if you went to a restaurant, let's using the same reference of pizza, well, you would only get this at this particular price. But because we know that this is a commodity, how can we add more value to what you're getting? So instead of you just getting a pizza, we also going to give you a drink and all these other things that are included with your particular pizza. Because you got to understand, a lot of things, whether in service, whether in a profession, are commodities. And that's one thing I learned real quick as a project manager. I was like, I'm a commodity. How do I bring value to me that I can deliver to the stakeholders and to my end customer? And that's why it's important, again, family, that service, again, I know I keep repeating this, may get them, sales and marketing may get them in the door, but exceptional service is what's going to keep them. Hey, this has been your boy ED. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Until next time, I'm out.